Hello friends, it's a really awesome time to be here, to be talking about solar prices. And I know it's really been a long time. It has been a whole lot of work. It has been a whole lot of amazing experiences. It has been a whole lot of, beautiful things. We're going to be talking about the prices and some of the other informations that you actually need to know. If you're just watching this for the first time, thank you very much. I'm very glad that you are here. And if you are new, basically, please, I would love it if you subscribe to this channel, and so I can get more content like this. And if you are a solar enthusiast, you are basically new in solar, you are a solar installer, this is something for you. Not just solar installers, but if you plan to also have solar in your home, this is a channel for you. We basically get to talk about solar and basically everything. So what I've observed, through all the times doing this, is that it's not just a conversation about the prices. It's a conversation about everything solar. So there are sometimes, I get comments and I bring it on here, and we get to talk about it. We get to share, our thoughts. We get to, rub minds also. In the comment section is always really exciting. Something really exciting to see, and that's one of the ways that I get to, search out for brands also that I can actually put on here. Okay, and so without further ado, let's jump right in. A quick summary. This is a weekly overview of solar equipment, from solar panels to batteries and inverters. Basically everything you need to know. Solar hike and fluctuations. This is due to inflation and rise in the dollar. One thing that you note, for record purposes, is that currently the dollar is currently at 1,480 naira. That's $1 to the naira is 1,480 naira. That's something that you should actually know. So we actually also look at top tier and local equipment prices for the most reliable and local brands that you'll find out there. Most approximate price from distributors. So prices were compiled from multiple Nigerian distributors to give an awesome overview of the solar prices. One thing I always mention here, many people come to me and say, is this not the price? I know what you said on the channel and stuff like that. That's not, many times that's not the actual price, but it's a direction. It's a way to what the actual price is. It's something. It's an overview. It was basically compiled from multiple distributors to give you, something that you can actually use, or if you actually understand that. So let's look at some of the products that we have. We have Era Solar, we have J Solar, we have Canadian Solar, we have Jinko Solar, we have Growat Inverter, we have Deye Inverter, we have Solis Inverter. I currently don't have Pylon Tech this week. I don't know why it's here. My bad. Alright, so Expert Inverter, we have Twin Tech, Felicity, MIV Charger, that is also not here. We have the MIV Charger is not here. We have Seawatt, and we have Japstin. Alright, let's go. Alright, so for this week we have Era Solar. Era Solar is the 400 watt mono solar panel is currently at 124,000 naira. That's 310 naira per watt. So you know how the dollar went a little bit down compared to the naira as at 4 weeks ago. It has basically gone back up. So one of the things that you will actually find out is some of these prices are actually jumping way back. They are climbing up. As we see new weeks unfold and stuff. So one of the things that one of the advice that I gave as at that time was, this is the best time to buy. you can't miss it when you buy, when those prices actually go down. Even at this point, it's amazing that I would still give the same advice, that this is the best time to buy solar. This is the best time to go solar. You are basically gonna be independent. You're gonna be on you can plan to be off grid. You can plan to do whatever it is that you want. You can plan to still use the grid. But one amazing thing is buy now. If you're thinking about it, the best thing is to buy now. One of the fundamental things about Nigeria, which is one thing I'll actually talk about, is nothing is certain. the way we know that, okay, yes, this thing is actually this thing is going to be like this for a while. This thing is going to be like that for a while. I'm not one that jumps into conversations of this is how Nigeria is. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we are seeing some changes. Yeah, there can be some changes in politics, in a whole bunch of other things. But one fundamental thing is that I've noticed about Nigeria is when most of the time things go up, many times they don't come back down. So the best thing for you to do, in times like that, is to go for what you want. Do what you want at that particular time. Don't start to measure it in a way that, I would wait for when the prices come down. No. If you start doing that, you will realize that the prices are actually going like way up, way back up. So the best time to buy solar is now, which is one advice I always give every single time. So go for it. All right. That's for Era Solar. We have J Solar. So I'm going to basically run through this because I want to keep the time. All right. J Solar, we have the 565 watt for 172,000 naira. That's 304 naira per watt. You can actually go check that out. And we have Jinko Solar 435 watt for 132,000 naira. That's 303 naira per watt. And this is an appeal to some of the installers, some of the people that are going to be buying solar out there. If you're going to an installer, like one of the basic installers that an installer basically, you might not find these prices to actually be the same because one of the things is it depends on where they are buying from. It depends on the distributor. So some of the prices are actually way higher than this. So that's just an appeal. I'm not saying, these are the actual prices. It's just a compilation basically. Thought I should make that known again because many times I get people jump into the comment, jump into my my WhatsApp and say a lot of stuff. I'm telling you what it is. All right. So we have Canadian Solar. The Canadian Solar 605 watts goes for 183,000 naira, and that's 302 naira per watt. And for CWatt Energy, so I got the contact of one of the major distributors of CWatt Energy in Nigeria. So CWatt is a Chinese company. So they have they sell inverters and solar panels, and that's why one of the reasons that many of you have been sending me comments to say what about CWatt is because CWatt inverters are quite they're a little bit less on the price, but I had a conversation with one of them and I wanted to really know what it's about. But the way salespeople are. Salespeople will not really tell you these are the basic things. They will just go into the nitty-gritty of it. So I'm not the biggest fan. One of the things that I've seen in time past, buying batteries, seeing batteries and talking about batteries and this and that is because is that one of the things that I've seen is that many times things don't actually look the way they seem. So I watched some videos, I did some research, and someone actually gave like a very, very bad review of the CWatt. Not saying it's completely bad. I'm saying from what he said, because he installed one of the inverters. So from what he said, I believe that it can be better. The inverter can be better. The batteries can be better. I know they have batteries also, lithium-ion batteries also. It's quite cheap compared to other batteries that you will find out there. But sometimes when I see lithium batteries and the price difference from even the Felicity is like way off, like up to 50% or 40%, 30%. It's I always like. The minimum for me is the Felicity. Sorry, I'm saying that for some of you that really love the Felicity. The minimum for me is the Felicity. But when the Felicity is now like way higher than some of these like new batteries that you find out there, I'm always trying to like really think what is really happening. Especially when you now like consider the cost of these cells. So the way I think about it, what are the prices of the cells, the life before cells? So if it's an 100 amp hour, what are the prices of a 3.2 100 amp hour life before cell? So I do a rough pricing of that, and then I come to the actual thing and I'm like, are you sure this thing is actually 100 amp hour and it's 48 volt 100 amp hour? crazy calculation though, but it's kind of the way I just see it. Yeah, it's kind of the way I see it. So yeah, it's quite funny. So I didn't feature the batteries here because I still want to know, like, if I'm going to be talking about anything on this channel, I want to know that it's at least to an extent people have used it and they say that it's actually good, that it works well. And apart from that, if I don't get the opportunity to hear that, one of the basic things for me is to actually, tear it down and see what it's actually like inside there. So I do a lot of tear downs, but many of you don't actually know that I have, some sort of, partnership where, I don't get to like share some of this stuff. But it's something that I do and I really love doing. I think for me, the basic thing is, to actually be very sure that this batteries actually work. And that's the only reason why I'm going to actually share it here. Okay, for the CWatt, you can get a 500 watts from what from some of the things that I saw for 135,000 naira. In some places, it's way less than this, and that's around 270 naira per watt. Okay, and we have the Growatt inverter. For inverters like this, I'm pretty calm. I'm calm because it's something that I've used. It's something that I know about. I know the manufacturers. I know the customer service. I know their representatives in Nigeria. So especially inverters like this, I'm pretty calm when it comes to them. So the Growatt ES 5000 48 volt goes for 850,000 naira, and we have the Expert inverter also. The Expert MKS 5 kilowatts. The PV is 4,500, goes for 950,000 naira. Also the Experts, I feel the same way about them, and that's why I share them here. And you can't miss it when you go for these inverters. And many people think that if they buy an inverter, that it's just basic, like it's supposed to work, it's supposed to do what you want it to do, and stuff like that. But that's majorly not the case. I shared a video. I think it was on my channel somewhere. That one of the things that you will notice is that many of these brands and what they seem. And when it comes to solar also, there's a dark side. There's the good side and there's the bad side. There's also a side where, you finish installing an inverter and it catches on fire. So for me, one of the reasons why I would not basically say, yeah, I've seen it, go for it, is that it's most of the times those inverters, if I've not come to test them, if I've not come to know about them, I cannot push them. And I've seen it so many times, where many crazy things happen, customers complain, this and that. And the fundamental thing for me really is getting a brand that works, that really, really works. And not just a brand that, a lot of people are talking about. A brand that, works. Many times people talk about a brand, especially in the Nigerian context, is they've heard of it. So it's hearsay, it's not basically that they've actually used it. So let's jump right in. We have the Solis 5 kilowatts inverter. That one goes for, the PV is 5,500 watts. It goes for 980,000 naira. It's also have changed, it's not Solis, it's the CWatt Energy, the CWatt inverter goes for 750,000 naira. So some of the details are a little bit scrambled there. All right, so I think the CWatt inverter actually is an high voltage inverter, so you can do it's hybrid. You can do solar up to 500 volts. Actually, it's almost compared. When I look at it, most of the time you can actually see the similarities with with the Expert inverter. So that's why I'm not completely saying that it might be an OEM thing and it might be the company that's actually making them, but they use some of the basic components and stuff. All right, so let's go to the local stores. We have Twintech 320 watts solar panel for 130,000 naira, and we have AfriPower battery 300 goes for 220 amp hour, goes for 350,000 naira. We have Japstin battery, 220 amp hour. I think this week goes for 350,000 naira. So it depends on where you're actually buying from. So that's just an idea for some of those batteries. And we've come to the end of today's solar and the prices, and it's really an honor to actually be bringing you this. This is gonna go way more. Like, I'm gonna be talking about some of these things, much more in coming videos, and I would love for you to actually, see them and keep supporting us. And if you came to this point and you still not subscribed to this channel, please like and subscribe. I bring some of these informations. Many of the times they are not the easiest to actually get, because you have to put out calls, you have to send messages, and I don't look at websites. One of the things I don't do is look at people's websites to judge that this is the actual price. The reason why that does not work is because many times it's hard to change some of the prices on the website. Okay, so it's very, very hard to change some of the prices on the website. When the prices have changed, some of these websites still retain that actual price. Some of the prices that you'll find on some websites are still the prices from last year, and that's one basic thing. So I don't look at websites. I put out the call, I send messages, I look for who is the major distributor, I look for who is the manufacturer, and do they have access to do they have people in Nigeria, do they have some of these things. So I would love it, if you jump in the comment section and just say something really nice. Not just really nice. Do you have batteries that you want me to look out for this week? Do you have inverters? Do you have solar panels? Many times that you share them, some of those batteries are not in Nigeria. Yeah, they are not in Nigeria, and it now gets weird when I'm starting to do calculations to fit what the actual price is, and many times it's really weird. And this is another thing that I can actually put out there. Do you want me to share the prices for some of those inverters and batteries? Would you like me to share the prices in dollar? Let me also know that in the comment section. That's something I would actually really love to also do, if that's what you want. And for some of you, if I share that, then it now leaves the part where shipping and a whole lot of bunch of other stuff. For shipping, it's not very, very it's not the something I'm really psyched about, because when it comes to shipping, a lot of other companies have different prices and stuff. So for the distributors, they have a way of bringing in their product, so it doesn't get so weird. So it's a real honor to actually be talking to you today. Like I said, if you've not subscribed, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment. I would love to hear from you. Akonde, signing out. Cheers.